In recent days, the city of Bintulu and other regions of Sarawak have experienced one of the worst floods in recorded history. A combination of continuous torrential rains and exceptionally high tides has triggered an unprecedented disaster, severely impacting local communities and displacing thousands of families. Since the heavy rainfall began, residential areas have been the hardest hit, with homes completely submerged and families facing desperate situations. Many residents have turned to social media to seek help and share real-time updates on the crisis. Photos and videos circulating online show streets turned into rivers, belongings floating in the water, and people trapped inside their homes with no way to escape. Jang Batu Assemblyman Johnny Pang has urged the public to stay vigilant amid the unpredictable weather conditions. He emphasized that the relentless rain, combined with high tides, has worsened the flooding and caused extensive damage across multiple areas. Please stay aware of your surroundings, prioritize your family's safety, and follow the authorities' instructions, Pang stated. Tourism, arts. Minister of Tourism, Arts, and Culture Datuk Seri Taeyong King Singh reported that after 3 days of continuous rain, Bintulu is now completely submerged, with water levels reaching the second floors of some homes in the worst affected areas. Taeyong expressed his gratitude to the Sarawak Disaster Management Committee, SDMC, for its swift response, activating a 24-hour emergency mechanism. Various agencies, including the Malaysian Fire and Rescue Department, Civil Defense, the military, and the police, have been mobilized for rescue and relief operations. During a press conference at a Chinese New Year event in Dong, Taeyong assured that disaster relief funds are already available and are being managed by the SDMC. He also announced the deployment of additional personnel from the fire and rescue departments in Cebu, Miri, Labuan, and Kota Kinabalu to reinforce relief efforts. The poor design of Bintulu's drainage system has been identified as a major factor in the city's inability to channel excess water, leading to the rapid rise of river levels. Additionally, strong currents have made rescue operations more difficult, endangering both victims and emergency teams. One particularly alarming incident occurred when 4 people were swept away after their boat capsized in Tanjung Batu. Fortunately, the Samalaju Fire Department responded quickly and managed to rescue them in time. The 4 victims, all foreign workers, were taken to a temporary shelter, PPS. As of 8 a.m. on Thursday, the number of displaced individuals in Sarawak nearly doubled within 24 hours, rising from 2,981 to 5,385 people taking refuge in evacuation centers. Bintulu recorded the highest number of evacuees, with 1,481 people from 396 families housed in 6 shelters, followed by Cebu, where 1,442 people are staying in 15 centers. In Sabah, the crisis has also worsened, with 2,240 people displaced by Thursday morning, a significant increase from the 1,900 reported the night before. Kota Marudu is the hardest-hit district, with 1,467 evacuees in 5 temporary shelters, followed by Tuaran and Baluran. Some shelters have exceeded their operational capacity. In Kota Marudu, the Solola Cab Banks Evacuation Center is housing 283 people from 154 families, reaching 141.5% of its capacity. Other shelters in Baluran and Tuaran have also surpassed their limits. The devastation caused by the floods has reached alarming levels in Bintulu, where even industrial facilities and petrochemical plants, previously untouched by flooding, have been affected. Longtime resident Clara Fabian, who has lived in the area for over 30 years, expressed her shock upon seeing her home completely flooded for the first time in her life. Malaysian Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim has directed the National Disaster Management Agency to ensure effective coordination between federal and state agencies in responding to the crisis. The immediate priority is to safeguard the safety and well-being of those affected. SDMC Chairman and Sarawak Deputy Premier Datuk Amar Douglas Uga Embas described this flood as the worst in the state's history but emphasized that relief efforts have been efficient thanks to the rapid establishment of shelters and strong interagency coordination. As the rain continues, fear lingers in the affected communities. In some areas, electricity has been cut off, leaving many in the dark and without means of communication. The uncertainty grows, especially after a crocodile was spotted in a residential area, adding yet another threat to an already disastrous situation.
Air tengah surut.
The people of Sarawak and Sabah are left wondering how much more their region can endure in the face of these unprecedented floods. With humanitarian aid underway and resources being mobilized, the hope is that the waters will soon recede and that life can begin to return to normal for the thousands of families who have lost everything.